has alluded to the fact that she performed an injection. 2, with the interrogation of the police, she has accepted the fact that she injected the disease. Now, accounts from people around the disease have pointed to the fact that it was after her injection that the disease reacted to it. Hence, this led to him being rushed to the hospital, or some people pouring water on him, which itself is a crime. Some people pouring water on him, which itself is an action of crime because it accelerated the death. Now, but when he got to the hospital finally, as a result of whatever she did, but now even the nurse would have made this case more contestable if she had, as of today, gone to the court and said, no, I am not guilty. It then means further investigation must be done. She needs to come and defend her stand of being not guilty, and it will drag the case. But she has more or less given the assertion of the police, from her testimony to the police, the position of the police to say that she was a root cause by administering medication to him, which he reacted by saying she's guilty. What will the court do if she says she's guilty? It makes the trial to be very short. She has admitted they will only read the circumstances to her, and our lawyer will just plead temper justice with mercy based on the fact that she's the first offender. She did not waste the time of the court. She came, accept her plea and all that, and they will see how they can lessen the duration of the judgment on the discretion of the court. So for me, if the inquest is going to come with a result now, the result they will come with will say the disease died as a result of administration of medication by the nurse, which resulted to him reacting to it, and which led to his death. And he had what did I call it again? His heart.
Anaphylactic shock.
He died.
Anaphylactic shock.
No. Yes. Or he had a cardiac arrest and all that. That is what the inquest will come in. So, if this inquest will come with a result, they will come out with a result. They only did not get a result through the autopsy and toxicology, but there is a result through witness and police investigation that has come into it, and that is why the nurse will be tried. And someone also asked me today outside the TikTok that was it right for the DPP to start the trial? Was it right? And I said yes, it is. Why? Number one, the police, so far, what the DPP took to the court is as a result of the investigation of the police. The DPP itself have seen that the conclusion from the coroner is going to be with the evidences with them, knowing that the medical examination, autopsy and toxicology, did not come out with anything. So we've ruled that out. But
don't forget that the DPP is represented in the inquest. They are there seeing what is going on.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So based on that, and because the DPP is part of the process, the DPP knows what the end result will be. There is no other thing. And this nurse have admitted, based on what the police had presented earlier, it has been collaborated. So the DPP will probably just, let's go ahead. Even when the input of the coroner comes out, they will only add it to the docket. However, if the police, because investigation still continues, even when a case is in the court during trial, police can still see some evidences. If during the trial, there are new evidences that can point to some things from the police, and the police will seek to bring additional evidences to the court, which the judge will then consider. It will be an ongoing case. But by and large, it is what it is. Today, whatever anybody is saying, the court will rely on evidences available before it. The court, just like in many cases, and even in the recent case, political case of Nigeria 2023 election, where Labour Party, PDP came and said, that is this, that is that, the judge said, if there are things, you are the one that should bring in the evidence to show that this is what you want. You don't come here and tell us, you can see it on the news. You can hear
Are you technically saying if Baba has any evidence, he should bring it, not wasting our time?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. If there are evidences to prove that the position of the state and that of the police can be countered, they need to come with those evidences. If you don't come with the evidences, the court can only adjudicate on evidences before it. The court cannot go to Jankara market or Otigba market or Kano market or
wait, did you just say Botija market? Botija. Wait.
No, Otigba.
Did you say Botija? I heard Botija. You have to apologize. You have to apologize. I heard Botija.
Listen, you know Otigba. Otigba market is in Ikeja where they sell phones. Otigba, O-T-I-G-B-A, Otigba market. You don't need to go to Otigba market to go and get evidence. You don't need to go to Jankara. Judge will not go and manufacture market. It is you that have case in the court that will come with evidences that are beyond reasonable doubt that this is your position. But
so let's look at the consequence now.
Nothing we can do.
Let's say, though I'm not sure yet, but I heard that they said the nurse pleaded guilty.
Yeah, that is what I was told today.
That's a very bad position for just Mohbad.
Papariano, before you go into the nurse admission, let me just quickly point out some things. Look, regardless what the situation is today now, one thing is clear. You see, the DPP, they knew from the start what the outcome of the botched coroner, whatever the setup. That being said, you see, this whole case is a botched one, and what I said is simple. It's simple because it became botched because some people allowed it to go that way, and the person that should always be held accountable for that or responsible for that will be Baba Mohbad and his whatever.
Baba destroyed justice. Simple.
Yeah, and his team. His team. You see, Papariano. You see, the reason why we need, or there was supposed to be a legal representative for Mohbad, you can say public lawyer or public legal team for Mohbad, was to be able to serve as watchdog on the police who were investigating the matter, so that they will watch them. Any areas that if they saw that there was an area where they didn't touch, they will point their attention. They will point it to them, and if they don't do it, that is where press. That's where press conference. That's where it becomes necessary, and that is where it would have helped this case. They would have come out right there in their office, come outside, address the public, put up a press conference, tell the public this is what happened today, and we told the police that you were supposed to go to. You see, there were so many things that that could have been done to correct this issue or to expose the government and the police, but because Baba Mohbad occupied that very important role that it was not supposed to occupy in the first instance, and thereby
it was lavishing our money. Our money
exactly.
was being used for meaningless things without accountability. Imagine by now we don't even know where toxicology was done. We don't even know where autopsy was done. That of the government was done in loot. toxicology was done in NMS America, but that of Mohbad now, that we paid money for over 70 million, where was it done? It means they just pick up and write something in the paper.
Exactly.
Destroy justice for Mohbad.
No, he's the one, to be honest. He's the one. Because, Papariano, let me tell you something. Papariano. Look, when police said they had investigated, interrogated all the people involved in the case, at that point, the legal team of Baba Mohbad, if they were actually representing Mohbad, they were supposed to ask the police for a copy of the report of the investigation. What can we have a copy of your investigation? They have the right to request to ask for it, and they will be given. So till date, as we're talking now, nobody knows, nobody has seen the report of that investigation. This is not some kind of cultism or whatever. No. So now, let me tell you, Papariano, there was never any investigation. And that is why I'm still saying, and I will continue to say, people think coroner process, when you involve a coroner in a homicide, the job of a coroner is not, don't say coroner inquest, no. It is a coroner process. You involve a coroner to come and carry out some process.
But if we look at the whole bringing of the pathology, there's a mad game that is played here. The lawyer that was given the order to go do autopsy was H0T. He was given the order by the court to go do this autopsy. And then, don't forget, a person was given the order to go do the autopsy and toxicology. It would have been sensible that this same person brings in a pathology who he trusts, who he can defend. They went to give the order to Odumosu, to the other lawyer. Now that lawyer went to bring the pathologist that he trusts. Before the result was read before the court, the lawyer had been sacked. Now you, the initial lawyer who received the order to go do autopsy, you are defending a lawyer, you are defending a medical doctor you never bring. For H0T to be defending Baba medical doctor is a no-no for me. He was defending the result of this man in court. That means this man is just doing the service of Joseph Aloba. Because Joseph Aloba knew very well that people were going to drag him. People were going to ask for accountability. They had to make H0T to address that case, to give it life. You know, as if, I don't know who trusts H0T. Only an illiterate who doesn't have their brain can trust H0T. Just because the man came out to say a money is less than, a money is more than 12 million, but less than 20 million. So we should just believe. Are we fool? Where is the evidence? And in fact, H0T said, I happen to know. From who? From Baba or from who you are, from Gurexi? I happen to know that the money paid to the lawyer is between 12 and 20 million. You happen to know. But son, we happen to know, but we don't agree. We want evidence. How is it that you agree? You don't? Is it a true son? How can you, son, agree to something without evidence? Son, can you guys be transparent? Can you guys put it on punch? I thought you guys always put everything on punch. Why don't we have it on punch? To see the name of the laboratory and which country that conducted the toxicology. You see, they are trying to deny that toxicology was never free. If it was never free, then tell us where you paid your money, where you did it. Where did you do toxicology? And you paid where? The lawyer that brought the pathology, Odumosu brought the pathology. He knew the pathology. You guys don't know the pathology. And he has discussed with his pathology. And he said it's free of charge. You guys said you paid. I think you guys should be asking back for your money. Right? You should be saying that I paid this for this. If the lawyer is claiming it's free of charge, then I want back my money. How come everywhere is quiet? Someone is playing the game. You see, I want us to all understand that we were scammed and just stay with that, right? Than for us to continue to listen to lies that lead nowhere. It is better for us to understand. In fact, Baba Mohbad, come out, tell us that, okay guys, I spent the money, I built a house, I built my studio, okay? I have come to the understanding that Mohbad, like, can't get justice. So I decided to spend the money, and I'm sorry, public. I will forgive him. I will let that slide. Because, one, he has admitted that, Papariano, I scammed you guys, but I'm sorry. I'm a sinner. Alright? You guys should forgive me. It will not happen again. Believe me, I swear to Almighty God, I will stop dragging this man. But that you cannot show us common autopsy. Where was autopsy done? I can proudly say right now the government is more transparency. The government is more transparent in this case right now. Because I can tell you where government did their own autopsy and their own toxicology. There is difference between autopsy and toxicology. Don't mix it together. The two of them are two different tests that's supposed to tell us what killed Mohbad. And money was paid for these two tests. How much was paid for autopsy? How much was paid for toxicology? If you pay 10 million for autopsy and 6 million for toxicology, now we are hearing that toxicology is free. Then ask the doctor to give you the receipt and the name of the lab. It's very simple. Why is that not happening? Why? I don't understand. And I don't know. In the beginning, a lot of people were clamoring that San Falana, that because Falana San, Falana is a son. Why were you guys against Falana San? When the family of Falana came to this case and they are son, so are you saying that the son Falana will jeopardize his PhD degree? Everything is worked for, just for Mohbad case. Same way, you guys are telling me, do I think that some shit will jeopardize his career, all he has worked for? You will learn to understand the hard way. Everybody has a price. When you put some shit, you put Falana San, the difference is clear. The difference is clear. If you can be against Falana San and you can scrutinize Falana San, I don't know why you can't do the same thing to San shit. I don't know why you can't do the same. I don't know why you guys can't understand. We cry, we say these things every day. I'll break this phone for you guys to understand. Like how white people do. Let me just break this phone. I don't know why you guys don't. But if I break this phone now, I'll just money buy another one. Somebody, I'm angry, I want to break this phone. But will somebody buy me another one? Somebody please say break it. Guys, break or no break, I want to hit this phone on the ground. I want to do like white people. I want verse. So that people will hear my voice. Guys, who will buy another one first? Let me first plan who will buy another one. Okay? Guys, should I break it? Someone even put please. Someone even put please. Now I will break it. Someone said please break it. But before I break it, somebody should say I will replace it, I will buy another one. Somebody please be quick, say I will buy another one. Oh. Hand the pin me now, somebody please. Who will buy another one? I will hold you responsible. I want to do like white people now. Do like now it's a sports show. You guys are spoiling this show. Don't you know if I break the phone, you say, Papariano got angry. He even broke his phone. He broke his expensive phone. He broke it. That's the best way to pass message. I swear I won't break this phone tonight. So, will anybody replace it? I want to break it tonight. I mean it. I want to break this phone. Or I want to tear my cloth. No, the cloth is cheap. Okay, the cloth is cheap. Go on.
Yes. You see, the thing is very clear. Neither Baba Mohbad nor his legal team, nor Muyiwa, nor Gurexi, nor any of them set out to get justice in the first instance. And I'm gonna say it again. You see, Baba Mohbad never set out to get justice. Neither they set out to even get the so-claimed DNA that he's been clamoring for. He wasn't interested in all of these things. What I see is just some kind of cover-up for some organized criminal activities. They knew from day one what they wanted to do. And that was why, because you can see, the reason why he made Muyiwa is a power of attorney. You can see it's no any other reason other than to perpetrate the Wunmi fraud. He was never speaking for him. This man was coming out to speak for himself. The man was doing everything, and you have relinquished your power of attorney to a man. So the only reason why he gave that man power attorney was to perpetrate that fraud, because that guy will pull off the whole thing for him right there in the US. So that was the only reason. And you see, if you look at the behavior and the activity of this shit that you've been talking about, it is far from anybody who wants to get justice for anybody. The man, when he speaks, is the most clueless. Or sometimes you see, people can be deliberately clueless. Maybe he's deliberately clueless because he knew the brief that was given to him right from day one. That look, we are not looking for any justice. All we are looking for is some funds, and we will disguise this to the public in whichever way, in whichever form we can. And that is what is playing out now. Look, if Baba Mohbad, I want to even dare him to do that DNA, that so-called DNA, let him push for it. I knew from last year that they would never do that DNA. They will never do it. You see, when Mama Mohbad was talking at some point, she was saying that, do you people think Wunmi and Josie would not reconcile? Like, do you people, like, you know, I think it was talking to Yomi and every other person that were, you know, they were trying to scatter their family. So I'm telling you, somewhere these people are in one accord. Wunmi, Baba Mohbad, all of them, and their government. Their goal is to not allow Mohbad to get justice. Their goal is justice must not prevail. So their goal is, let's select people we want to punish for the death of Mohbad. And that is why they have done this selection that they have done, that they call in charge. You understand? So these people, they know in their heart of hearts, they know the behavior of these people. You can never fathom it. It is unfathomable. You can't understand it, except if you are insane. That's how you can understand it. But the best way to understand it is to put it in the proper perspective. Don't put cosmetics. Just don't add makeup. Let it be the way it is. These people are criminals. They're criminals. They put off this whole thing. They will never ask for justice, and that is why nobody has been speaking for Mohbad ever since Mohbad died. There has been no lawyer speaking for this guy.
You mean Joseph Oluwabami Wahàla Mohbad father is a criminal?
All of them, the criminals. Muyiwa, Joseph, all of them. All of the associates, they're all criminals.
So Joseph Alobaluwa Bamiwo, aka Mohbad father, is a criminal. Wow.
Whoever that is associating with them, they are all criminals.
Wow. How did we get into this?
Papariano, Papariano, if I may come in, and I'm happy Aristocrat is up here. For the nurse to plead guilty today, that means they have in collaboration and conviction among these players. No rights lawyer will ask their client to plead guilty unless they have agreed to some things, and it is both unfortunate and fortunate that there will be a closure to this on one side. Unfortunately, that people will still continue to speculate. JF Kennedy died more than 60 years ago, and conspirators who were not even born then are still saying things about his death over 60 years ago. So this will go peacefully for now, but it will still go down in history. And I'm happy about what you read and you corrected yourself, because even after it is said and done, so long as it's not conclusive, someday, somewhere, somebody can bring a scientific experiment that could bring a solution to this, which is what brought about DNA. A lot of people got freed and got sentenced when DNA was invented. But it is fortunate that she has pleaded guilty. But it's unfortunate that an agreement has been reached. So that is what I see to this. I was very surprised when Aristocrat was saying it, that the nurse had plead guilty.
But wait, let's put it to everybody. Guys, has the nurse pleaded guilty into this trial or pre-trial or pre-trial? Everybody in the comments, I want your response, please. Have you guys heard anything about that the nurse pleaded guilty, or she accepted that she injected Mohbad?
Papariano, the first thing when you come to a court, either magistrate or high court, before procedure continue, they will read the charges and they will ask you whether you are guilty or not. The court cannot interfere in any case unless there is a plea. Aristocrats,
you have to take a plea before any case. Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. There have to be a plea before the case proceeds to trial, but to determine whether there will be trial or not. People are saying something that's inconclusive. Anyway, the case is just starting. I guess there's not too much information. There's not too much information, but everybody, they were all there today in court, Yaba. And I heard the nurse say that he injected Mohbad. So we'll wait to see the following days. We'll wait to see the CTC, to see the following days as it's.
Papariano.
But if in case the nurse pleads guilty, believe me, it's a plan.
Papariano. Papariano. If it is true that the nurse appeared in front of the magistrate on judge today.
Your network, I don't know, your network is breaking.
When you appear, the judge will be reading. Yeah, I realize that. The procedure, the judge will come up, greet everybody. The clerk will stand up, read the charges. The next thing, after reading the charges,
you mean
he or she will ask,
you mean the registrar?
are you guilty or not?
Yes, the registrar. Yes, they will ask, are you guilty or not after reading the charges? And that is the first line. Nothing can go on without that. Unless there is a preliminary injunction and whatever before, and who would do that is the defendant's lawyer, and the judge can take that before plead is at off, before I can entertain that preliminary injunction. Aristocrat, am I making sense? You are a lawyer.
Aristocrat is not a lawyer. You are making sense. He has always said that he's not a lawyer. He has legal knowledge or whatever, just like everybody else. So don't tag him to what he's not, please. Okay, Sakuma. He devotes his time in reading, finding information, but he's not a lawyer. Sakuma, is that okay? Sakuma.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
I always thought he's a lawyer. It's okay.
Aristocrat is not a lawyer.
But my experience in court have made me to say this. All my experience in court, the first thing that comes up is reading. After the judge starts, they will read the charge and they will ask the defendant their plea. And sometimes they may ask, you want to be tried here or you want to be taken to high court if it's in a magistrate. But even after that, the next thing is to make a plea.
Wait. You said that the magistrate will decide whether that is. Are you saying that it is the discretion of the nurse where she wants to be tried?
Yes, it's in a magistrate.
What if the
it
nurse,
depends on the.
what if the nurse says I want to be tried in the Supreme Court, so she'll be taken there straight?
No, it can either be magistrate or high court.
I don't think so. It should be up to the magistrate.
No, I know so. I've been in court at least. I know so. They will ask. On most charges, they will ask, especially such charges as manslaughter, murder, and the rest of them.
You can never try. No, it's not correct. It's not correct.
It's correct.
It says a defender does not typically decide which court the case is tried in. The court where the case is tried in is usually determined by the jurisdiction and the nature of the crime. The government, specifically